Hey there. I am so excited to talk to you about visceral and neural manipulation. This is a newer therapy offered at Haven Massage and Holistic Therapies. It's one that I love, and it uses a technique called listening. What is listening? We listen with our ears, we listen with our bodies, we listen with our eyes. We listen in a myriad of ways, and with this technique, I like to use the palm of my hand right here and apply a little pressure on your head, and I find out where your body is holding lesions. Our bodies are like onions. They have different layers, and throughout our lives we have what we call lesions that the body stores tension in various areas of the body. And so by applying a little bit of pressure on the top of the head or various spots on the body, I can listen with my hands. And much like if you were to put your hand through a bowl of water or a pool of water, you'll find that the water comes and surrounds the hand. If you were to do this, and our bodies are made up largely of water and fluid, and so as we apply some pressure on the body will hug the hand, and it will lead us to the point of restriction within the tissues. Now, this is a very sensitive technique. It's great for sensitive people and less sensitive people, but it requires a sensitive touch, and we're able to figure out where does the body want us to address. You might show up to me and say, Jen, I have a pain in my neck that I'd like to go away, but I'd like to do visceral manipulation or neural manipulation. Then I say, okay, well, thank you for letting me know about that pain in your neck. Now, if you want this kind of treatment, I'm going to use my palm, and we're going to listen to what your body says that is the actual cause of the pain in the neck. It may be that the pain in the neck is actually a lesional tie to something down in your ankle. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but that's sometimes the case. And if you have a stomach pain that you want me to move your organs, I might find that that stomach pain is related to a restriction up in the back of your ear. We don't know. What we do know is that the body is intelligent, and that the body keeps the score, and that the body will direct us exactly where we need to go. And so with visceral and neural manipulation, we seek to listen to the body and follow it. Follow the tissues and go where it tells us to go. You might be asking, is this an intense therapy? Can I expect pain? Are you really gonna massage out my tissues? And the answer to that is no. It is not an intense session. This is actually a very gentle therapy. You should experience no pain. If anything, you'll experience relief of pain, but this is not a typical massage where we are kneading and super massaging and using a lot of pressure. It's not about pounds per square inch. It's about sinking into the tissues, listening to the tissues, and allowing the tissues to open up and let us in there to release the tension that might be present. So what does a session look like, you might be asking? Well, great question. What happens is I have you come dressed with loose-fitting clothes. We stay clothed typically during a session. Sometimes we change and sometimes not, depending on what the body tells us. What it looks like though is you stand in front of me and I stand at your back, and I sometimes get on a stool because sometimes you're taller than me, and so I like to get a little higher than you, and I put my hand on the top of your head like this, and I apply a slight bit of pressure, and I observe where your body goes. And if it tells me that we need to hug the pain in the front, and that tells me that the pain is in the front, or if it leans back, it might tell me the pain is in the back. Sometimes your body might even tell me that you're not here for a physical problem, but you're here for an emotional problem. And in that case, we'll talk about another therapy, and I'll suggest some other ideas. But if not, then we'll just go straight ahead with the body work, and we'll say, okay, what's next? Then from there, I'll have you sit down, and I'll do the same test on your head, and I'll press on the top, and we'll say, which way does your body go? Has it changed now that we've taken you off your feet and you're not using the supports of your feet? From there, I'll have you lie down, either on your belly or on your back, and I'll again follow the listening of my hands. Sometimes I'll lift your feet, sometimes I'll apply pressure on the top of your head again, sometimes my hand will go on your legs or your arms or your belly or your chest. We follow the listening and we find the area of greatest restriction, and we begin there. So you might want to know, what do I wear for these sessions? And so that's a great question. You'll want to wear loose-fitting clothes. Clothes with stretchy waistbands. If you're a female and you're wearing a bra, you definitely do not want to be wearing underwire. You want something that is loose-fitting so that we can work around the clothing. That's the easiest way. It's okay if you don't want to wear loose-fitting clothing. Then we'll use the sheets on the table to drape and cover all the areas that need covered, and we'll keep you covered unless based on your comfort level and Obviously, all private areas will remain covered. So if you're able to wear loose fitting clothing, that's great. And if not, we'll use the sheets to keep you covered. Some people want to know how often they should receive these kind of treatments. My recommendation is about once a month. We do not want to go any sooner than 3 weeks. That is not optimal. And coming about once a month is great for long-term care, for maintenance, for addressing issues. The body needs time to unwind. It needs time to adjust and adapt to treatment. I do not recommend that while you're getting this treatment that you go to physical therapy. I do not recommend that you do heavy bodybuilding or excessive weightlifting or excessive exercise. You can do routine and gentle and normal exercise, but excessive strain while trying to do this treatment is not the most effective thing. Based on my experience, it is difficult to observe how the body is unraveling if you're adding strain to the lesion that we're trying to treat. So how do I sign up for a treatment like this? What you do is you go to my website, www.havenmassageandholistictherapies.com, and you click on the button that says to book a discovery call with me. Then we'll get on the phone, we'll see if we're a good fit, we will see if this is something for you, if your situation and your health is something that I can actually assist you with, and then we'll go from there. If we are a good fit, then I'll go ahead and book you for a session. We will reserve the appointment with a credit card, and I'll send you some help intake forms and some policy agreements, and you can go ahead and fill those out and submit them. Then we go from there, and you show up, you have your appointment, and you are good to go. If you have any questions, please reach out and let me know, and I look forward to hearing from you.